You think it's going to be like normal school, but it's not. I didn't get on well in mainstream, so I think coming to this school has actually helped me more.
This is Oliver, school ambassador, he's keen to tell us, the second we meet.
Okay. Some days I can come in and I'll be ready to work. Some of the days I'll come in and just be like, I can't be bothered.
There we go. How do you get through those days?
You've got all your ingredients. So.
The teachers here, they'll let you relax for a little bit, but then you'll obviously have to start doing some work because that's what you're here for. But they'll give you that chance to obviously have that time to yourself and like get ready to be in like a learning mood.
Think about some syrup if you want to make it sticky.
Right, so then where are we going from there? It's all your creative decisions.
The students here have all either been suspended or excluded from mainstream education. This music therapy class is part of a normal day at this alternative provision academy.
Yeah, that's nice. That's developing nicely.
Here, targeted support is designed to prevent young people from making potentially damaging or dangerous choices. A new report from the Youth Endowment Fund, a charity focused on preventing young people from becoming involved in violence, has examined the link between exclusions and suspensions and later involvement in violence. But for the first time ever, the analysis accounts for behaviour. Children who are suspended or excluded from school are 2.5 times more likely to become involved in violence, and 4.5 times more likely to offend compared to those who haven't been suspended. And the latest government data shows the use of suspension in England is rising. In 2022 to 23, they reached a record high of 9.3 suspensions per 100 pupils.
The study accounts for multiple factors like socio-economic background or trauma to see whether children who are excluded or suspended are more likely to go on and be involved in violence later in life. And the data set is massive. Over 14,000 pregnant mothers from the early 90s whose babies were subsequently tracked over time. That data has been linked with education and local police data.
It's not a given that a child that is suspended, excluded or absent will go on to commit violence or offending. In fact, the majority won't. Schools do a brilliant job of providing children with trusted adults, which have been shown in the evidence to protect children from later involvement in violence and offending. So whether that's improving behaviour or improving social and emotional skills. And so it stands to reason that if you take those children out of school, they're not going to benefit from those positive interventions. What we're calling for is change from government to really empower schools to provide better support to children once they are suspended.
In February, a survey of nearly 3,000 head teachers in England found that only 24% assigned a pastoral staff member to check in with a suspended child every day, and only 7% provided a mentor to support the child.
Language paper 2.
There are roughly 74,000 children in alternative provision in England. The quality of provision varies dramatically.
That's all right.
Every student's so different. So at the very beginning, before they join any of the classes, we have an induction process. So that's where not only do we look at their academic levels, we also look at who they are as a student.
I'll give you another minute and then we'll go through them.
Last year, a report by the Children's Commissioner revealed that nearly a third of children in alternative provision didn't continue in education or further training after leaving Year 11.
Turn to question 1 for me.
At this school, the national curriculum takes centre stage alongside therapeutic support.
So here we have a gym, we have our in-house counsellor. Communication is key. Let us know, right, I'm having a really bad day here, or things are going wrong, or somebody's just upset me, or something's happened, and I need access to one of those therapeutic offers.
That's it, that's better. They've got more of a grip.
Can you remember your first day?
Typical, nervous, but everyone was like really sweet.
Danny tells us she wants to study tourism at college because she's interested in exploring the world. She joined Olive Academy about a year ago.
It is where I feel more like, I don't know, at home kind of. When I was in mainstream, I wouldn't go in any of the classrooms. I wouldn't do any of my homework. I wouldn't listen to the teachers. I would always get in like arguments with everyone.
So who's Danny here, do you think?
How would you describe yourself in this space?
I'm definitely a lot calmer. I'm starting to get like a better understanding of myself.
Do you feel like you've changed?
I feel like I have. When I first joined, I was a quite angry kid. I'm not really sure why. Obviously, the teachers here, they've helped me. They kind of show you a way that like you don't need to act like that to get your point across. After you realise that, and after you realise what your problems are, yeah, you can see what you need to change. And I think I have done that.
The government says it's improving pupils' access to mental health care, as well as using early intervention to stop children from being drawn into violence. Ambitious pupils like Danny and Oliver can be overlooked in mainstream settings. The solution, charities say, is to improve training and target resources to ensure they too are seen.